Nice Sunday afternoon cuppa. PG, by the way. Be feeding the blackbirds, putting the apples out, and they're obviously feeding chicks or something, because they're going away with mouthfuls. You can see mouthfuls of apple, and the other day they were collecting the ants. I had some flying ants, and they were coming collecting them. But I'm not sure where it is. Don't think it's. I think it may be next door. There's a bit of activity going on. Anyway, I'll go to the greenhouse. I can smell a barbie. I tell you what. Oh, it's inspired me. I got one there. I chucked one, an old knackered one, but I got one there, and I got one. I don't know if you can see. There's a little small and little green one in the bucket there. But that's the main one. I've got loads of charcoal. I'm sure I've got lighter fuel in the shed here. But I can soon get that. But it's inspired me to have a barbie. Hang on, open this door. Beautiful smell, and I haven't had a barbie for years, actually. So I may have one next weekend. Probably pissed down. Or sometime this week, probably. I'll pick a day, probably. There's me Toms, doing well. No turning red yet, but some fair sized Toms on them. Loads on these two here. Well impressed with these two, but this one, they're very small and very sparse at the moment. But there's me thyme, and me rosemary. Let's close this door. Yeah, so anyway, nothing in me trap in the shed there. Has been a mouse for quite a while now. But yeah, I'm gonna have to have a barbie, I think. I can smell it. I don't know where it's, but you know, it wafts, doesn't it? You know what? It's a spread. Oh, I killed this stuff off too. Oh, that periwinkle. It's getting a bit out of hand, so I put weed killer on it. Filled that up this morning. You may have seen on the Sunday roast video. Filled it with seed, I should say. It's empty now, it's gone. Quite unusual to this time of the year. You think there'd be food for them, but oh, the smell of that barbie is beautiful. This is doing well too, these pouches. Absolutely fantastic, them. Geraniums at the bottom there. So yeah, anyway. Oh, that smell of that barbie has inspired me. I'm going to have a barbie sometime very soon. Have a barbie. I've got a load of charcoal. I must have about 10 bags stocked up. But I haven't had a barbie for years now. I just got out, got out of it. And I used to do it quite regular, but I'm going to have one. Barbie and a few cold ones. Nice one. And this is another Sunday vlog, second Sunday vlog. Well, not when I say second Sunday vlog. First one was the Sunday roast. People like it. People like my Sunday roast because it's wacky. It's a bit different, and yet, so you can learn different techniques. A lot of people have said that. Just certain things that I do besides drinking cider. Like today I did just normal roast potatoes, just a bit of sea salt, nothing else. I could do balsamic roast potatoes and all sorts, garlic roast potatoes and joints and everything. And just the odd technique that I use. Some people say, oh, I like that, I'll do this and that, and as well as the wackiness. Got to have a bit of that, haven't you? That's why I think my Sunday roasts, well, I try to make my Sunday roasts unique, shall I say. So yeah, second video of today, Sunday. you may be unfortunate enough to have another one later on. Don't know, I may have one or two cold ones later on, who knows. It's nice to see someone else upload a Beat the Bully campaign video, Chris Hammerhead, and it's true. Fucking hell, it made me laugh when you said that they have, well, we all know they have all these fake accounts and all that, and but you said, and I know it goes on, but I didn't think of it at the time when you said they all have conversations with themselves. And it's true, it's fucking true, they do. You know, I know a lot of these channels, these channel names and what have you, they're all linked, they're all the same, and they're there. Yeah, mate, I agree with you there. Yeah, sound pal, yeah, you're right there and that, and it's all the same fucking person talking to himself. It's so sad. It's so fucking sad. They all, yeah, I'm for you there, I'm sticking up for you there, mate, and what have you, and then you know, you'll leave a comment or something, or someone else will leave a comment sticking up for you or what have you, and then they'll comment or something, and then they'll reply to their own fucking comment on their own channel. Yeah, you're right there, mate, and this and that. It's the same fucking person. Sad is the word, sad. But like Chris said, he has different ways of dealing with them, and at the end of the day, my way of dealing with it is just to completely ignore them. Just they're not worth it. They're just absolutely not worth the fucking trouble. So I just ignore them completely. So yeah, anyway. Oh, that fucking smell of that Barbie. Oh, it's beautiful. I'm not sure where it's coming from, but it's inspired me. I'm going to have to dig out my Barbie gear. Well, I've got my Barbie there. I got two of them. I thought I had two of these big ones, but it must have been that shit. Okay, bit of a blip there. Fucking batteries failed on this camera. It's just come on the screen. Beep beep. Batteries exhausted. So anyway, I'll carry on now. As I was saying, I did have two of them, but I just got the one now. And I got the one over there. I'll zoom in with this. It's inside that bucket. See the little green thing there? It's quite good actually. It cost me about £5, something like that. So yeah, sometime this week I think. I did say on Saturday, but Saturday I may be going on my wander up Moelvamai. That's the inn place now at the moment. From the Llanbedr DC side. It's a good little walk actually. So yeah, anyway. As I said earlier, I might do a vlog later on, you never know. One or two cold ones I think are required. But I'm going to have a Barbie, I think. Definitely have to have a Barbie. Oops, shit. I definitely have to have a Barbie. It's inspired me just smelling that. Makes you hungry, isn't it? It's like when you pass a fish and chip shop. Or when you go to country shows, you know, these country fairs, and you have these vans, you know, they've got the bacon rolls and all that. You've got to go and buy one, haven't you? You just got to have one. So yeah, anyway, that's what the shed in the corner there. The concrete one, that's where I got all my charcoal. I must have about 10 bags in there. And I've got lighter fluid in here, in this shed, I'm sure I have. But if not, I can get some. But yes, I'm going to have a Barbie and some cold ones. Definitely decided. Very soon. So yeah, keep up the, if you haven't seen my video on Beat the Bully, it's like a Beat the Bully campaign. We're just trying to start something. It started off with someone that I subscribe to. Chris Hammerhead has put the links to both videos. You know, let's get together. And you know, anyway, oh, that fucking smell of that is beautiful. I'm gonna have to go and get a bacon butty or a bacon toasty. Yes, and it is a bacon butty, not a bacon sandwich. What have I started? What did I start? Oh, it's a bacon sandwich. And someone said, oh, it's not a toasty because the edges are not sealed and this and that. Fucking hell, it's a bacon toasty. If the bread's toasted and it's got bacon in between, then it's a toasty. Argue amongst yourselves. There's a blackbird there now. They're coming for the. I've just put another apple out. They're going through them like hell. Feeding chicks. I thought it was a bit late for chicks actually. So yeah, anyway, I'm going. I might see you a bit later on, you never know. That's doing well too, the wheelbarrow. Geraniums and lobelia. So, time for, well, about half an hour. Crack open a Colton, I think. There's a blackbird there now. It's been here all day, this one. Has a good gobful itself, and then it fills its mouth up and flies off, and obviously feeding chicks. So anyway, I'm going. I'll see you in the next one.